Yunnan flood nightmare is not just a headline, it feels like a warning written in water across an entire province. What happened here is the kind of disaster that unfolds with terrifying speed, where 1 hour separates normal life from total chaos. Record-breaking rainfall pounded Yunnan with a force rarely seen in decades. In just 60 minutes, 68.2 millimeters of rain fell in one district alone, an atmospheric assault powerful enough to overwhelm drainage systems, saturate hillsides, and push reservoirs beyond their limits. But the true turning point came when a dam collapsed under relentless pressure. In that moment, the disaster escalated from severe flooding to full-scale catastrophe. When a dam fails, it is not a slow release. It is violent. A surge of water bursts forward with unstoppable energy, tearing through roads, engulfing neighborhoods, and carrying debris like a moving wall of destruction. Entire districts were swallowed. Highways disappeared beneath churning brown currents. Subway tunnels filled rapidly, paralyzing transportation. Oh, flights were delayed. Movement across the province slowed to near total standstill. And it happened at night? There is something especially haunting about evacuations in darkness, flashing emergency lights reflecting off floodwater. Families wading through streets that only hours earlier were dry pavement. Children carried in arms. Elderly residents guided carefully to higher ground. More than 10,000 people were evacuated in Yunnan alone, while tens of thousands more were relocated across neighboring provinces as rivers surged past historic safety thresholds. Beyond Yunnan, over 25 rivers exceeded safe levels. Some shattered records that had stood for generations. The Kaiki River rose to heights not seen since 1953. The Shower River reached levels unmatched in nearly 30 years. These are not ordinary seasonal floods, these are events that redraw maps and reset expectations. The scale of infrastructure failure is deeply concerning. Modern drainage systems, including sponge city upgrades designed to absorb extreme rainfall, were overwhelmed. This is a sobering reminder that rainfall intensity is evolving. Systems built for rare events are now facing rainfall totals that challenge historical design assumptions. And the danger is not over when the rain slows. Floodwaters leave behind contamination risks. Public health agencies issued warnings about boiling water and avoiding direct contact with standing floodwater. High humidity and lingering heat following a recent heat wave increased the risk of waterborne diseases. Hillsides, weakened by saturation, remain vulnerable to landslides. Dams and levees downstream face ongoing stress. Secondary flooding remains possible. What makes this even more alarming is the pattern. The floods followed directly after an intense heat wave. Weeks of extreme temperatures strain power grids, emergency systems, and public health infrastructure. When that heat breaks under converging monsoon moisture and lingering typhoon remnants, the atmosphere releases enormous volumes of water in concentrated bursts. Sequential extremes heat followed by deluge are becoming a defining feature of modern climate volatility. Yunnan flood nightmare is not just about rainfall totals. It is about convergence tropical moisture, inland systems, warming atmospheric conditions, and vulnerable infrastructure meeting at the same moment. Meteorologists warn that such convergent zones may intensify under warming trends, posing growing risks to inland cities historically unaccustomed to tropical force downpours. Yet amid the devastation, there is resilience. Emergency crews worked through the night clearing roads, rescuing stranded residents, and monitoring slopes for mudslides. Communities opened shelters. Authorities issued continuous updates and evacuation orders to protect vulnerable valleys and low-lying districts. But resilience should not be mistaken for invulnerability. The images coming out of Yunnan's submerged neighborhoods, broken dam structures, rivers reclaiming streets are stark reminders of how exposed even well-developed regions remain when confronted by rapidly intensifying extreme weather. My thoughts are with every family displaced, every worker standing in floodwater to protect others, and every community facing uncertainty as forecasts predict continued rain. Recovery will take time. Monitoring must continue. Vigilance is critical. If you value clear, fact-driven coverage of severe weather events like this, subscribe to Weather Floods for ongoing updates and in-depth breakdowns. In an era of accelerating climate extremes, staying informed is one of the most powerful forms of preparedness. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay safe.